Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're gonna find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, major announcement reveals XRP's ultimate utility. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? Guys, this is one video that you are going to want to watch all the way to the very end. It is that important. And for those who regularly watch my channel, you know that I just don't bandy that out there very often or even come close to saying that. But what information that we are going to present today, I'm telling you, it is going to have impacts on the wide world and most everybody in it. Now, guys, I'm going to ask you as well, while we go through the video, hit that like button so the algorithm will literally push this information into as many hands as we can absolutely possibly get it, because the information is that vital. Guys, as we all know, over the last number of months, probably the last 18 months, we have been seeing a major monetary global shift happen in a powerful way. And the dynamic around the world seems to be changing at lightning speed. And it's nothing to truly fool with, because guys, we are talking about a major global power shift and not just a monetary shift that is going to affect each and every one of us. Now, many of us understand the history of the global financial markets around the wide world back in the 1970s when, Richard Nixon took the US dollar off of the gold standard. And of course, you had Henry Kissinger go out there and he went out to Saudi Arabia and he brokered a deal that has affected most Western nations since then, that oil would be sold in US denominated purchases, and that's it. And at that moment, the US dollar became the dominant world reserve currency, not backed by gold, but of course, backed by the sale of oil, because oil is the lifeblood of all of these industrial economies around the world. That's how things move, and it is such a powerful indicator of what's going on. Well, guys, as we know, over the last number of months, the dollar has been under a major level of attack. And of course, getting punched down, so much so, Saudi Arabia turned its back on the United States and has literally signed up and is becoming, of course, a inducted BRICS nation as of January 1 of 2024. Well, guys, something has just happened in the last days that has really shaken up the whole global ecosystem and the economies in a powerful way. Now, I want you just to check this article out right over here and just take a look at this title right here. BRICS countries, and that stands for, those who don't know, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and I think South Africa in there. But of course, now there are a number of other inductees, Saudi Arabia being one of them, Argentina being one of them, and a lot of the UAE as well. But listen to this article right here. UAE to ditch US dollar in new oil deals. Now, guys, just listen to this down here. The BRICS Economic Alliance has seemingly prioritized its de-dollarization efforts, leading the United Arab Emirates to seemingly prioritize local currency over the US dollar in new oil deals. Indeed, the country is said to be on the hunt for new oil deals coinciding with greater de-dollarization across the bloc. The UAE was one of 6 countries included in the BRICS' first expansion effort. Specifically, the nation joined Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and Argentina. Now reports to have surfaced signaling the country's attempts to find new oil trading partners. Ultimately, such a development could have massive implications for the greenback. And guys, that is literally minimizing it. When you consider the fact that the demand for US dollars outside of the United States has literally, for the last decades, has been a powerhouse for this economy. They have literally able to use that world reserve currency status to win global political conflicts without firing one shot, with all of their sanctions and everything that the United States has been able to do. And it's afforded most Western powers with the lifestyle that a majority of their citizens enjoy, and that is off the table. It is done. It is dead. We just have not yet had the funeral, and the impacts of that are absolutely major and cannot be minimized. The demand, when you think about it like this, most US dollars, and here's a statistic to really kind of wake a person up in a big way. Do you realize there are more printed $100 bills in Russia than they are right here in the US of A? That is an absolute fact, and you can go fact check that. And all of these banks now, Judy and I have been around the wide world to a number of different countries and continents, and in doing, missions works and things like that, and we would go to the banks, and even your smallest little banks out there in the country like Rwanda would have on hand US cash. You guessed it. There is more US cash outside of the country that's in it. Now that this demand is off the table and oil is going to be sold in other denominations outside of the US dollar, then I'll tell you what's going to happen next. You're going to see a lot of those dollars coming back to the country, and all of these banks are going to de-dollarize. That's what it means. Well, guys, what's the result of that? Well, I'll tell you what the result of that is. You are going to see such hyperinflation with the US dollar that we have not even fathomed. You just can't bring it in and then burn it. I'm telling you, it is going to really, really hurt most of these Western powers. And on top of that, guys, we even have had our allies like France literally go out there and buy liquid natural petroleum utilizing the Chinese yuan. And it wasn't just but a few weeks back that China themselves went out there. They bought 55 million barrels of oil or something they bought 1 million barrels of oil at $55 a piece, $55 million worth of that oil. And guys, you know what what was accepted as consideration? Their digital yuan, the Chinese CBDC. But something else is happening in the background as well. And let's just take a look down here. Now, over the last 12 months, the BRICS bloc has seen impressive growth. Indeed, its rising prominence culminated in an expansion effort. Announced at the 2023 summit, the effort saw 6 countries join forces with the already 5 member states that used to be, by the way, our allies. And they're no longer our allies from a financial perspective. They are now part of the BRICS nation league of countries that are like Russia and China and a lot of countries that are not our allies, and that is a big power shift. Now it's planned to end Western currency dominance is coming to fruition. Subsequently, one of its newest indoctrinated members could greatly help that goal. Specifically, the Financial Times reports that a BRICS member country, the UAE, is seeking new oil deals that could have massive implications on the US dollar. Indeed, the report noted that the country had planned on utilizing the COP28 summit for the observation of prospective oil deals. Now, guys, I want to bring something to your attention in a powerful, powerful way, especially for those of us in this XRP ecosystem. I want you to take a look at this article right over here. And what we're talking about here is the Dubai International Financial Center, and it champions Dubai as a global crypto hub with, get this, guys, approval of XRP under its virtual assets regime. Do not miss this. You are watching a shift away from the US dollar and towards digital assets, and specifically XRP. Now listen to this right here, because this came out in the beginning of November and we reported it back then. But guys, under the current environment and the temperature around the world, this is major significance. Dubai Ripple, the leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions, today announced that Dubai Financial Services Authority has approved the digital asset XRP, get this, XRP, not just Ripple, for use within the Dubai International Financial Center. Licensed virtual assets within the DIFC will now be able, get this, to incorporate XRP into their virtual asset services. Since the DFSA opened up external applications, XRP is the first virtual asset to be approved by the regime. XRP joins BTC and ETH and Litecoin as assets previously approved under the DFSA's virtual assets regime. XRP now stands to benefit from legal and regulatory clarity in the DIFC and will be available for use by institutions located in the DIFC to accelerate faster, more efficient global value exchange. The UAE has become one of the most innovative jurisdictions intent on offering regulatory clarity and guidance for licensed firms to offer virtual asset services. With the DFSA's comprehensive regime for the DIFC, so guys remember all these acronyms, Dubai International Financial Center. Let's see. The independent regulator is committed to the long-term development of the crypto payments and fintech ecosystem in Dubai, as well as providing guidance for companies to set up shop in the free zone. Dubai also has the Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, which was established last year to protect investors and maintain high levels of risk assurance and facilitate innovation. Guys, this is a major deal. What we're literally witnessing here is the absolute crumbling of this current fiat system and the emergence literally of this digital asset space and XRP taking a center stage. And when you're talking about the Dubai International Financial Center, you're not just talking about one organization. You're talking about all of their major banks and literally, guys, the tokenization of securities and assets, other assets on the XRP ledger and utilizing XRP as a means of consideration. Now, just take a look at this right over here. UAE's Al Maraya Bank selects Ripple's on-demand liquidity partner for their cross-border payments. And check the date out right here, guys. November 2nd, 2023. Well, what was the announcement of this? November 2nd, 2023. I'm telling you, you are literally watching the dominoes drop right before your very eyes. And we're not just seeing a little bit of space. In fact, most of these BRICS countries, you go out and research the relationships between Ripple and India, Ripple and Brazil, Ripple and what they're doing over in China, Ripple and around the world. I'm telling you guys, we are seeing a shift happen before our very eyes that for generations we did not see. And we're watching everything that supported our lifestyles in these Western nations. Absolutely, the foundations underneath have rotted and have been literally washed away. And a tsunami is on the way into our shores, and we've got to be ready for it and prepared for what's coming. It is a major deal. Now listen to this article. In a recent development, Lulu Exchange, Ripple's business partner based in the United Arab Emirates, has formed a strategic alliance with Al Maraya Community Bank, the acclaimed first fully integrated virtual bank in the United Arab Emirates. Zawa, a publishing firm focused on the Middle East region, captured this development in a report on Tuesday. According to the report, the Lulu Mbank collaborations aims to facilitate real-time, get this, intercontinental payments through the Mbank wallet app and Mbank UAE. Additionally, it seeks to empower Mbank's users to conveniently deposit cash at any Lulu Exchange branch throughout the country. Furthermore, the report underscored that Ripple's partners' history of associations with virtual banks and technology firms has paved the way for the Mbank alliance. Also, it noted that Al Maraya Communities Bank's commitment to revolutionize banking services by leveraging innovative and secure technologies. Guys, this is coming, and it's coming fast. Now, I want to show you something right over here. Just check this out. November 28th, MasterCard partners with Ripple. Swipe your debit card to use XRP. Now, guys, I'll tell you what, my XRP is too precious to go out there and buy a coffee with. But you're talking about the integration and the use on a smaller scale of XRP as a medium of exchange. Now, think about that. What does a monetary instrument have to hold principally in order to be that? Well, number one, it has to be a store of value. Now, is XRP that? We know that it is. Number two, it has to have a unit of account, doesn't it? I mean, there's 100 pennies in a dollar. Well, there's about 1 million drops in an XRP, something like that. Now, number three, has to be a medium of exchange. It's got to be accepted in a wide, not in just some small little areas, but a global capacity as a form of value, a medium of exchange. Well, XRP is fitting all those bills, isn't it? And guys, that is all it takes to be classified as a monetary instrument. And you are literally watching XRP rising up as the dollar comes down. Now, something else to truly consider is this. Anytime we have ever seen a major, massive blowout in this ecosystem, this entire digital asset space, it's because the dollar has literally crashed. Well, guys, what's about to happen with the DXY is going to make what's happened in the past look like child's play, because it is going to be rejected and absolutely decimated by the wide world. They are rejecting it. The de-dollarization is not just over there in the United Arab Emirates. It's not just in Saudi Arabia, and it's certainly not just in Russia and China. Now, you put all of these economies together, China being the world's second largest economy, and absolutely as a manufacturing giant, to be sure. And you are literally talking, you take India and China, you're talking about practically half the global population from countries that are rejecting the US dollar as a world reserve currency. Now, that is a shot right across the bow when it comes to who's going to be globally dominant and the power shift that's happening in this wide world. Don't kid yourself. And in fact, guys, let's truly be honest. They have gone to war for less, haven't they? Those of us that have lived around long enough, we've watched it happen. We have seen it happen. Look what happened with over there in Libya. Looks what happened over there in Iraq. And, looks what all around. I mean, there are just too many examples to go on, guys. It's not about that. It's about having you to be aware of what's going on. Look down the road. Look at the functionality. And you got Ripple literally out there right now, working with the Bank of International Settlements, the central banks of all central banks, to solve the interoperability problem between central bank digital currencies. Not to mention 90% of countries around the world are almost all the way through their development of CBDCs. And in fact, Jerome Powell, not too long ago, about a year and a half ago, literally got up on stage and was touting the benefits of a US central bank digital currency. Guys, Ripple is the infrastructure that is being used for the evolution of money, the basis of the XRP ledger, and XRP literally being a bridge asset between that. Now, Naveen Gupta, not too long ago, who is the head of the Middle East and the North African division of Ripple, has absolutely come out and said, we are wanting to take this $300 trillion cross-border marketplace by storm and absolutely take the dominant force out of it. Guys, you're talking about all the money. And Ripple, not too long ago, was literally inducted into the derivatives market. I think it's the ISDA. And as a partner there, I'm telling you, you are watching something and most people are literally oblivious to it. Now, you go out there. I'm seriously encouraging you, do your own research, guys. Dig it up. There is nothing more vital towards your future and your children's future and your grandchildren's future, as far as I'm concerned, that you get to know what is being represented by this distributed ledger technology space, what is being represented out there, and the change that we are coming into, because it is probably going to end up being the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. I genuinely do believe that, and so do many others who have investigated this space. Now, I'm encouraging you, you go out there. Don't listen to just what I have to say here. I'm telling you that. Don't listen to what I'm just having to say here. You owe it to yourself to get out there and to truly research this stuff for your absolute self, because a change is coming that the reverberations are going to affect, and it's going to happen fast, guys. It's going to happen so much faster than what most people even fathom. In fact, if you want to think about that, and I'm looking for my phone here, it was only in 2007, guys, that these puppies right here were invented. Look at how they changed the wide world, how the world really works in that short span of time. And we're talking literally, things are speeding up so fast. I'm telling you, within literally probably 2 to 5 years, the world is probably going to be unrecognizable from what it is today for a number of reasons, but certainly on a financial level, that is absolutely to be sure. Now, guys, last article, just check this one out right here. XRP open for massive growth. Ripple executive sees foresees 100x industry expansion. Now, just listen to this. During a thought-provoking discussion at the AIM Summit in Dubai, here we are, Naveen Gupta, Ripple's managing director for the Middle East and South Asia, shared his insightful vision of the future of money and the crypto industry. Gupta emphasized the importance of investing in infrastructure and highlighted the potential for the industry to expand 100 times in the coming years. Gupta addressed the growing prominence of fiat stablecoins, cryptocurrencies, and central bank digital currencies. He envisioned a future where these digital assets seamlessly integrate into the financial system within the next 5 years. Gupta suggested that stablecoins like USDT and USDC could play a central role, representing traditional currencies in digital format. This blurring of the lines between fiat and crypto aligns with the evolution of communication letters to emails, indicating a similar paradigm shift in the financial realm. One of the key points Gupta emphasized was the transformative potential of reducing transaction costs. He drew parallels with the email revolution, which enabled instant and virtually cost-free communication. Gupta highlighted the inefficiencies of the current payment system, citing an example of a transaction between Omani supplier and a UAE buyer. In this scenario, the supplier often has to wait up to 30 days for payment, which ties up capital and hinders economic activity. And you're wondering why the United Arab Emirates is de-dollarizing and looking to digital assets to take over in that capacity? That's one example right there. Gupta argued that reducing the time between debit and credit transactions could significantly enhance capital efficiency, boost transactional volumes, and foster economic productivity. Gupta revealed that Ripple is expanding its focus beyond its traditional role as an enterprise crypto payment solutions company. The company is actively developing solutions, get this, to cater to various institutional needs, including tokenization of securities and other assets, payments, and custody with Metaco, and they purchased that for $250 million. And we just watched HSBC sign a major deal with Metaco as a custody solution, and that's a big situation right there. By broadening its offerings, Ripple aims to become the go-to platform for institutions seeking to leverage crypto for diverse purposes. Gupta concluded the panel discussion with a bold prediction for the crypto industry, stating that he expects it to grow 100 times bigger in the coming years. Drawing an analogy to the gold rush era, he emphasized the timeless importance of infrastructure in emerging markets. The Ripple executive advised investors to focus on investing in the infrastructure of the crypto industry, comparing it to investing in picks and shovels during the gold rush. Guys, in this space, we get to invest in the actual protocol. We're not just out there like when HTTP came along. We couldn't invest in hypertext transfer protocol or SMTP or TCP or any of that, could we? But guys, we can invest in the protocol, and get this, it's the new rails for how money is evolving. That is amazing. He believes that infrastructure investment will be a key driver of success, evolving the crypto landscape, with XRP being the core digital asset in the Ripple's infrastructural solutions. Gupta's insights imply a promising future for XRP as the financial landscape continues to evolve. Ripple's focus on providing essential tools and platforms positions it well to capitalize on the growing demand for crypto solutions among institutions. We are not just talking about little retail folks like you and I. We are talking about major players on a global scale, and trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars. Now you go research that. Do not just take what I'm saying at face value. Dig it up. Fact check it. Do it. You owe it to yourself to do that. As the crypto industry expands and evolves, the importance of infrastructure investment cannot be understated. Gupta's vision and Ripple's commitment to developing comprehensive solutions indicate a bullish outlook for the industry as a whole. Guys, what is coming is going to leave most people absolutely gobsmacked. Why? Because most of them are completely oblivious to what's coming. You go out there and you talk to your neighbors, take 10 of them, and you go out and you ask them, hey, do you know what a digital asset is? Or, hey, do you know what XRP is? Have you ever heard of stellar lumens? What about Hedera Hashgraph? Ever heard of that? I'm telling you guys, you will probably go block after block after block before you get a few people that may say yes. Now, you might say, oh, is that something like Bitcoin? They have no clue what's coming. And in fact, most of them don't even realize that their own countries, their own central banks are out there right now developing central bank digital currencies. Ask them what a CBDC is and see what they say. I'm telling you guys, you and I being aware of this space right now, we need to be thanking Almighty God for the great blessing that we have in knowing it. But we got to get the word out. Too many people, what's coming is going to hurt so many people so bad. And this is why we need to get the word out. So guys, I sure hope you've hit that like button. Just get it into the hands of as many people as possible. And that's just how the YouTube algorithm works. And that's all there is to say about that. But guys, I'll tell you what we're seeing and what I really believe is about to happen is going to be something almost that most of us generationally have not yet seen and probably haven't seen in the last few hundred years. You are watching XRP becoming a monetary instrument in a powerful way. That is a fact in comparison to what a monetary instrument is. You're watching all these relationships in the United Arab Emirates, in a country that is building up its utilization of these digital assets and especially XRP, while at the very same time, they are literally ditching the dollar. Now that is something to pay attention to. I kid you not, and I sure hope that you enjoyed this one, that's for sure. So guys, we have all heard it said that if you fail to plan, then you're really planning to fail. That's why it's so vitally important that you absolutely get your plan in place before this next bull run absolutely takes off. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally one-on-one for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigital.com and we'll get y'all booked in. So guys, this is the video I have for you today, and as always, I truly hope that you enjoyed it. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And hey, don't forget to put your comments right down there in the comment section and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our regularly released videos. So, in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.